Oh man, not this early. Oh God, fuckery is afoot. I might as well make this my good morning alarm. Good grief, you can't escape it.
I think it sounds great. Mr. Deity.
For black power, cause all we want is freedom. Throw up a fist for black power, cause all throw up a fist for black power, cause all we want is freedom. Throw up a fist, throw up a fist, throw up a fist, throw up a fist for black power, cause all we want is freedom.
Shouts out to Mr. Deity for the soundtrack, yo. But hey, fuckery is afoot. Coming from Europe and everywhere else. Hey, I thought I had it under control, but I rolled over this morning and stumbled on a big pile of fuckery just waiting for me to wake up. Fuckery, buffoonery, and white magic sitting around just waiting, right? So, hey, good morning. This is Brother Hot Tim. I'll need to let you know that this is Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. I am your host, Brother Hot Tim, and this is an empire of our own. A talk and view show from a nation builder's perspective. So I'd like to thank you for joining us this early in the morning, and you know that this is a Heart of a Symbol production. We constantly strive to blow up your old paradigm. Blow them to smithereens, because if we keep thinking like we've been thinking and seeing like we've been seeing and hearing like we've been hearing, then we're going to keep doing like we've been doing and keep getting what we've been getting, and we could no longer afford that. So now let me shoot you up with a word from my sponsor.
The word is spreading. More and more people are switching to Ambit Energy.
Well, one of my neighbors switched, and then I switched. Now the whole neighborhood has Ambit.
Who doesn't want to save money?
The word is spreading. Switching to Ambit Energy is rewarding in more ways than one.
I signed up and got a travel reward. That's nice.
Oh, I get to save on energy and on travel?
There's a cruise for two out there just a few thousand kilowatts away. I can almost smell the sunscreen.
The word is spreading. Ambit Energy even lets you earn free energy.
When I get 15 friends to switch, I get free energy. I have 15 friends. At least I think I do.
Hey, I'd be telling people to switch to Ambit anyway.
If you'd like to switch to Ambit Energy, listen to the following contact information closely. Then spread the word.
Spread the word. Spread the word. The Gye-Nyame Journey Energy is at work right now. Right now. Providing you with your news right now. Check this out. So for those that would like to support, simply, you go to our Gye-Nyame Journey Energy page on Facebook, right? Or you could go to Gye-Nyame Journey, Gye-Nyame.energy526.com, right? Check us out. Check us out, Gye-Nyame.energy526.com, right? Or like I said, simply go to our Facebook page, Gye-Nyame Journey Energy on Facebook, and click the sign up button and see how much money we can save you. I know we can save you some money, and on top of that, you're assisting in the nation building effort. So now to the news. For all of y'all that's wondering what that is, I know y'all like, that's an eagle. Now that's the phoenix bird, right? That's the phoenix, because that's a symbol of the Gye-Nyame journey. But hey, we about, well, Gye-Nyame, that's a symbol of the Gye-Nyame tribe, not Gye-Nyame journey. But it is what it is. All right, so now first in the news. Actually, this is not really fuckery. This is kind of some black entrepreneur inspirational news. Jay-Z's Blueprint album has vanished from Spotify, iTunes, and Amazon. Let's check this out real quick. I know some of y'all like, what that got to do with anything, brother, out there? Well, first off, those that's been keeping up with the streaming thing, Jay-Z has started his own, or at least is in partnership with others to start their own streaming thing called, I can't remember what the name of it was called, but we'll read into it right now. Last April, Jay-Z 1996 debut album Reasonable Doubt disappeared from Spotify, as Bloomberg reported at the time. In recent months, Jay's 3 Blueprint album have also gone missing from Spotify. Reasonable Doubt and the Blueprint album are also no longer available via Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon Digital, and music stores. A Spotify spokesperson told Pitchfork in a statement, Jay-Z's Blueprint album have not been available on any streaming service except Tidal. That's the name of his company. For a few months now. We hope he brings them back soon so that his millions of fans on Spotify can enjoy them again. Now, what Jay-Z is doing is, I don't know if y'all heard about the Kanye West stuff too. Kanye West just released the album The Life of Pablo, and only released it over Tidal. So what these brothers are doing is they're trying to get their foothold in that market. Like I said, do the one thing we do good, make sure we do it good, and then try to make sure we're the one-stop shop for everything. Actually, I take that back. Claude Anderson said that. You know what I'm saying? Build it from the ground up. So now the next step is to figure out how to make it possible for black folks to not only make the music, but also produce the music and own the companies that's putting it out. All right, so let's keep it moving. Early morning, I'm trying to get, I'm waking up and I'm being woke up by fuckery, but that's cool. I'll do that. All right. Of course, this related stories take according to this now. Kendrick Lamar, why he thinks Lil Wayne is the greatest rapper. Now, I'm not going to put the alarm on because Kendrick allowed to think what he want to think. But, hey, let's check out what he say real quick, just for a couple of seconds real quick before we get into the true fuckery that's going on in the world. Kendrick Lamar and Lil Wayne aren't the most similar of MCs, but K-Dot has always expressed his admiration for Weezy. He broke down why in an interview with the Cobetor. I think that's how you say it. We'll read this real quick and we'll keep it moving. That's a real story. Like, we was just huge. Still to this day, huge Lil Wayne fans. Lil Wayne is the greatest, not only because of his music, but also because of the culture he put behind it. It was a big part of what he was talking about. So we always hold Lil Wayne in high regards, Juvenile as well. And yeah, it's the impact of them, man. To be part of it the same way he was a part of it years later is just a great feeling. What's interesting is that Wayne is only 5 years older than Lamar, but he feels like he's from a whole different generation. Okay, cool. So y'all got that. That's why the effect. You know what I'm saying? I guess the Hot Boys really had a big effect on him in Compton. All right, cool. Let's move it. Let's keep it moving. From Jay-Z to Lil Wayne, you know what I'm saying? We hitting it early in the morning. All right, boom. All right. God. Here we go. it comes. Had to put on my freestyle music. Had to put on my freestyle music. That's right. Had to put it on. Because I got to flow through this. Y'all ready for it? More news from the political liars. Professional liars. Primary live. Trump and Clinton win big as Kasich takes Ohio and Rubio quits. The hell? Alright. Marco, you gonna quit? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Talking all that shit, then you just quit. I understand, though. I've been in that situation. You know, I've been in a situation like that before. Trump wins in Florida, only puts him in an inch closer to the nomination. Trump is just trudging along, man. That new show he got going on right now, man. That was a brilliant campaign that he's running. You know what I'm saying? Because this TV show that he's doing, man, it appears to be so real, man. I could almost believe that Donald Trump is actually running for the presidency. You know what I'm saying? The thing that they are able to do right now with this TV, with this real life TV shit, I'm really starting to believe that Donald Trump is actually winning and is going to run. I mean, this shit is incredible. You know, the only thing we need now is for Kevin Spacey to step up and throw his hat in a Democratic race. You know what I'm saying? Then this shit would just be spectacular, right? So we got Trump winning big in Florida. We got Marco Rubio ends presidential bid after Donald Trump takes Florida. Donald Trump whooped his ass in Florida. Winner-take-all contest could push Trump over the finish line. Trump about to give it to him, yo. I mean, hey, if y'all want an orange president that look a pumpkin he looked like a pumpkin with a wig on, by all means, y'all can have it. Hispanic voters in Florida bemoan hateful campaign, but y'all must have not got out to them goddamn polls. See, I can't be upset about Trump winning anything because I didn't make it to the polls. You know what I'm saying? If you made it to the polls, then you complain. But if your ass was sitting at home, hold on, I got just the remedy for you. That's that intergalactic. That's what that is. Don't be bemoaning something if your ass ain't make it to the polls. Right? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm just looking at this. I'm just looking at it laughing. You know, I'm looking at it laughing. From Ohio to Florida, your cheat sheet for the primaries. Got a minute, catch up. Tactical voting on yet another Super Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? We could go through all the states and see who won. All right. Missouri. Clinton beats. They moving. I ain't move y'all through there. Let's start with Florida. Florida. Clinton beats Bernie Sanders. Trump beats everybody. Illinois. Clinton beats Sanders. Trump beats everybody. Damn. Missouri. Clinton beats Sanders. Trump beats everybody. Damn. North Carolina. Clinton beats Bernie. Trump beats everybody. Damn. Clinton beats Sanders. Kasich beats everybody. Damn. Hey, Donald Trump. Let me say something, man. Donald Trump is seriously representing something a lot bigger than I honestly believe he knows. Well, actually, I think he already did the research. I honestly believe that he did the research and it told him that he could win. You know what I'm saying? Because this stuff right here that we're seeing right now, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? That a pumpkin, see, this is truly a beautiful country where a pumpkin can work hard his whole life and become the president of the United States. It don't matter your skin color. You could be white, black, or orange. You can still aspire to be President of the United States. I am proud to say that I'm in a country that could go from a white president to a black president to now maybe an orange president. So it don't matter. See, because white folks is running behind Donald Trump, not realizing that he represents a whole new race. And once they realize it, they're going to lynch him. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. I'm just trying to let you know, because that's how white people react when they get upset. They start lynching, tearing shit up. And so when they find out that Donald Trump and he truly represents orange people, and those orange people beliefs do not line up with his base of white folks, they gonna lynch Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, they might just put a candle in his head and post him up on Halloween. But hey, this is Brother Hot Tim coming at you live once again. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. You are now listening to an empire of our own. And this is a Heart of a Summer production. We strive to blow up those old paradigms. Alright, next. Weeping Marco Rubio supporters vow never to vote for Donald Trump. Donald Trump has done what the Democratic Party could not have ever done. He have basically destroyed the Republican Party. Right? Wait, hold on. Let me give it a look. He done blew it up. Where my sound effects? There we go. He done blew up the Republican Party. Oh my God. All right, here we go. Let's keep it moving. All right. Fed up motivational speaker goes off script when he witnesses black student disrespecting him during talk. Now, I don't even have to read this one. I posted this one because y'all already heard it here first. Y'all heard it here first, but I have to put this on. I had to go through that, you know what I'm saying, because we saw, if those of you that's been watching An Empire of Your Own or listening to An Empire of Your Own, you already seen this. I played the part where Eric Thomas went off on a crowd of young people, right? But of course, the Blaze got hold of this shit, right? And I just can't wait to see what they did with it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you already know where they're going with it, right? You already know where they're going with it, right? The Blaze. It's the Blaze. It's the Blaze, right? I'm not even gonna read it, but once I saw that, I said this. That's that European fuckery. There you go. West Asians at it again. Hey. Because you know, I can't turn them off. Look, I can't stop them. You know what I'm saying? They're going to just tear this up. I'm scared to even read the article. So somebody read the article for me and let me know what you think, right? Read the article for me and let me know what you think. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all, the lines are open. You know what I'm saying? For anybody in the next couple of minutes that might want something to say. But hey, I'm kind of scared of what the Blaze is gonna do with this, and it just could be the prejudgment in me, right? I could be prejudging them, but it said fed up motivational speaker speaks off script when he witnesses black students disrespecting him. Which that's what happened, but somehow the Blaze just rubbed me the wrong way when they get hold of shit. So I'm gonna keep it moving. That's that fuckery. Alright. I had to post it up twice. So those of you that don't know, I'm going down the Gye-Nyame Journey timeline. I post all the news and stuff I can find. Messing up the ideas of drums. Oh, God. Hold on. Like I told y'all early in the morning, this has got to be some intergalactic. Wake up. Wake up. Wake the fuck up, because this is going down right now on Gye-Nyame Journey. Get ready for this. Black folks, hold on to your seats, because it's about to go down. Listen. Gene editing can give chicken dinosaur legs. Yeah. They done did it. Hold on. I gotta go back. They done did it. There's a mixture. There's a mixture. It's a mixture. It's a mixture. Look, they fucking with the chicken now. You know what I'm saying? Look, y'all. And I just know that some of my people gonna roll up at the KFC looking for that latest. Give me the prehistoric drumstick. Can I have prehistoric breast? I want the prehistoric drumstick. Leave the leather skin on there, because I'm gonna try to build me some gators. You know, I just could. Oh God. Let's read this. This is from Inverse Scientists Can Tweak Chicken Genes So That They Grow Dinosaur Legs. That's the lesson that paleontologists want everyone to understand anyway. But a chicken is a dinosaur. For those that didn't know. That is the lesson that paleontologists, or people that study old shit, want everyone to understand anyway. But because evolution has turned the chicken from a Triassic beast to the nuggets we know today, most of us know that chicken nuggets are not all chicken. Y'all do know that, right? You know that, right? All right, well, hold on. That's one of those paradigms that we strive to. That's right. Chicken nuggets aren't all chicken. All right. And in some cases, there might not be no chicken in some of the chicken nuggets that y'all eat. And that's what they call ultra-processed food. It's not just processed. It's ultra-processed. All right. Nuggets we know today, they lost a handful of genetic traits of their ancestors. Today, instead of breeding a baby Tyrannosaurus Rex, scientists can create a chickensaurus. All right, y'all gonna read that shit. I'm not, Hey, I stopped eating chicken a while ago. Yeah, I know some of y'all gonna want to taste what a Tyrannosaurus. A chickensaurus. I know some of y'all gonna want to know what a chickensaurus tastes like. On to the next. They have already created chickens with dinosaur legs. They just ain't showed us yet. Alright. I put on this one, no shit. Difficult patients may tend to get worse care from doctors. I mean, difficult students get less teaching. Come on. I mean, this right here is, this is what they call fluff. This was a study that they didn't even have to do. I mean, sometimes I would think, but sometimes I guess common sense just isn't enough. You know what I'm saying? We just got to study. I ain't got shit else to study. I need my PhD. You know what I'm saying? I need a PhD. What can I study? I wonder if difficult patients get worse care in the hospital. A motherfucker that you trying to give him a shot that's gonna save his life, he fighting against you. Would you consider that worse care? If I'm trying to give you what you want, what you need, and you're fighting me, is that considered worse care? You know what I'm saying? Or is that this right here? Is that this right here? Yes. Is it difficult about it, is it me giving bad care, or is you caught up on some fuckery, buffoonery, and white magic? That's the question. All right. On to the next. Fairy circles, long a mystery in Africa, now found in Australia. So the fairy circles have moved from Africa to Australia, unless they just start popping. Let's see what they have. Let's see what they say. Fairy circles. Until recently, fairy circles, those strange barren patches of earth that arrange themselves in a honeycomb-like pattern, have been documented only in southwestern Africa. In a paper Monday, scientists have confirmed the first example of this phenomenon in Australia, adding fuel to the hypothesis that competition of scarce water causes these mysterious patterns. If you look on it, they got pictures of the fairy circles. The first fairy circles documented in Australia when Stefan Getson, an ecologist at the Helmholtz Center for Environmental Research in Leipzig, Germany, opened an email. His heart began to flutter. Attached was an email image of fairy circles. Now, it is crazy to me some of the stuff that could make some of these folks hearts skip a beat. You know what I'm saying? But that goes to what I talked about last night. That sense of mastery. When you study something your whole life and receive an email, it's incredible. All right? Just as he has seen in countless photos before, but those images were always taken along long strips of arid grasslands stretching from southern Angola to northern South Africa. These fairy circles, which looked nearly identical, came from Australia, not Africa. I was really astonished, Dr. Gesson said. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The email photo came from Bronwyn Bell, who does environmental restoration work in Perth. She had read about Dr. Gesson's research in Namibia and made a connection to the I formation in her home state, Western Australia. Until that point, Australian circles were completely unknown to science. Not even Australians were aware of their jewel, Dr. Gesson said. All right, so it looks like the land, when you look at it, it looks like the land got chicken pox. An explanation rooted in mathematics. Scientists have been interested in fairy circles since 1970s, but have not been able to agree on what causes the pattern to form. Researchers generally fall into two groups, team termite and team water competition, but there are other hypotheses as well, including one involving noxious gases. Dr. Getson, like others on team water competition, explained the circles through pattern formation theory, a model for understanding the way nature organizes itself. The theory was first developed not by biologists, but by the mathematician Alan Turing. In the 1990s, ecologists and physicists realized Alan Turing. I wonder if he's the dude that came up with the Turing test that we just talked about on developing AI, but I don't know. We'll see. In 1990, ecologists and physicists realized it could be tweaked to explain some vegetation patterns as well. In harsh habitats where plants compete for nutrients and water, the new theory predicts that as weaker plants die and stronger ones grow larger, vegetation will self-organize into patterns ranging from gaps to spots to labyrinths. Such phenomena are explained with lots of theory and formulas and math which ecologists can make use of, Dr. Gesson said. For those interested in that stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, it's right here on the journey. You know, I'm eclectic. I just recollect the news. Go and check it out. You know what I'm saying? Go and read about it. I'm quite sure it get a little bit more interesting, but you know, let's go on. Let's keep it moving. All right. Healthy relationship habits. Most people think are toxic. They say they're healthy. You know what I'm saying? That's on Quartz. Go and check it out. Oh, my fault. That article came from New York Times. Let's keep it moving. So, this is my favorite show. Oh, I shared The Trees and the Axe. That's on my timeline. That was a show that I did. Go and check it out. You know what I'm saying? And let me know what you think. Your input is very important. The Crab and the Fox. I did that one last night. I was joined by Mr. Charles Trailer. It was an excellent show. Go and check it out. All right. How much? See, all right. So now, all right. Now I got to go back just a little bit. So I stumbled across the article that said why Michael Jackson will earn more money than any musician in history. And it comes about that Michael's estate is selling ATV, right? Now, what I wanted to post was how much ATV was worth. So, it's a foot. Fuckery is moving rapidly. Michael Jackson, family, his estate is selling ATV. They're part of ATV because they own 50%. And I think it got something like 150,000 songs, including the Beatles catalog. They're selling it for $750 million. Now, but I went back to some older articles. So this is why it's backwards, because I timed this one to pop up. But before I had the article that Forbes just posted, before I put the article down, I wanted to go back and explore how much ATV was worth. So we got one NPR radio show that I would play, but it, actually, let's see if we can play that. All right, I might be able to. No, I'm gonna need Flash Player, so we have to do that one another time. But on this one, they talk about Michael Jackson purchasing ATV for $47 million, right? And then there's another post from Forbes. Let's check the date. We're gonna go back. They say that it's worth 30 years after Michael Jackson bought the Beatles, Prize Publishing. More ATV. One of these said that ATV was worth between $1 and $2 billion. So Forbes, this is an older Forbes, not the one for today. Now they got a quote, "I don't have any limitations on what I think I could do or be." That is your girl Oprah Winfrey. Alright. So right now they say for Michael Jackson and Sony, ATV, $1 billion thriller looms. So they say he bought it for $50 billion. But if you go down into the article, I'm trying to find where it was. Boom, boom. No, you don't understand, said Holmes of Court. I'm selling this to Michael Jackson. All right, so they talk about his whole adventure in selling it and how he bought it. He bought it for about $50 billion. Now, here we go. ATV. Bandier, who told me this anecdote while I was reporting. Oh, God. Here we go. Some fuckery. Turn that off. All right. Bandier, who told me this anecdote while I was reporting my book, Michael Jackson, Inc., eventually linked up with his desired catalog. Today, he's the chief of Sony ATV, a joint venture between an electronic giant and Jackson Estate. The entity, created in the mid-1990s as part of a deal that earned Jackson over $100 million, is now estimated to be worth about $2 billion. And earlier this month, Sony decided to initiate a sales process. All right, so you heard that. Now this was October 27th, 2015, but they just recently bought this part of ATV from Michael Jackson. Snagged $750 in a single deal. Oh, okay. Oh, I mean, like, you know, I just sold a property worth $2 billion, right? At least my part of it is $1 billion. You know what I'm saying? So they shorted them $250 billion, and you know, we supposed to celebrate, right? Come on now. And a lot of, and I put on the top of this, conspiracy buffs, conspiracy believers are about to go off. I think the price is too low, and it is suspicious. I'm just saying. I think the price is too low. That's just me. All right. There's a viral video of Obama and some rapping going on. I thought it was going to be Obama rapping, but it wasn't Obama. All he was doing was holding the cards for homeboy to freestyle. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, man, I'm kind of upset. I ain't going to say upset. Let's go on to it. We're going to see if we get to it. And then I'll let y'all hear it for yourselves because it's going viral, right? It's going viral. All right, it's coming up. I'm back on the fairy circles. Let's go down. Past my own content. Past the NPR thing. Past Michael Jackson. All right, let's check this out. Let's see if we can get Barack Obama on this rap piece, right? It's called Rapping President. I thought he was going to bust a rhyme, but he ain't bust a rhyme. He just holding the cards. Tell me how you think homeboy did. You know what I'm saying? I mean, could you do better? I know a couple of young people that might be able to get this dude to run for his money. You know what I'm saying? Well, actually, they won't even let the video show now. So it was on the article, and they kind of took it off the article, so I could dig it. You know, it went viral, and they probably don't want to get sued. You know, Brother Hatim ain't got no money, so I really ain't worried about getting sued. I ain't making no money, so I ain't really worried about getting sued right now. All right. So I can't play it, so we're going to keep it moving. All right. On college turns to meditation to help you de-stress. So you got a bunch of colleges using meditation right now. Also posted a TED Talk. For those that never been on TED, check out this TED Talk where this dude actually talks about nothing for 5 minutes. I mean, it was pretty creative, but there's a lot of other TED Talks. I like TED because TED be dropping some good information. So go and check it out. All right. Now this is what I want to get to. This is a conservative magazine, y'all. Conservative magazine. And this is off of Breaking Brown News Media. And they say that a conservative magazine compares poor whites to stray dogs. Now read this. Now this is one of the magazines. See, because this is the type of stuff that we need to be put out there, right? Because you start seeing the similarities to people in poverty. How individuals with wealth look at people in poverty. Come on, let's go on now. Rich white people have apparently had enough of poor white people. That's how they start the article. Breaking Brown is brilliant. African Americans in this country have grown accustomed to being scapegoated for all of American ills, even though poverty is a foundational to the dysfunctions that exist in poor African American communities. One day I'm gonna have somebody come on and we're gonna have an interview about that so that y'all can see what they're talking about. White conservatives are nearly always attributed to a culture of poverty. Normally, however, the white elite reserve this sort of harsh judgment for African Americans, preferring instead to pander to poor whites for votes. Now it seems poor whites are being niggerized by white elite as well, right? In an editorial published at the National Review, Kevin Williamson described poor whites as human children with the wisdom of stray dogs. Now this is their words. Get ready. Are you ready? Hold on to your seat. Hold on. You ready? Here we go. It is immoral because it perpetrates a lie that the white working class that finds itself attracted to Trump has been victimized by outside forces. It hasn't. The white middle class, this is the National Review now, the white middle class may like the idea of Trump as a giant pulsing humanoid, middle finger held up in the face of the cathedral. They may sing hymns to Trump, the destroyer, and whisper darkly about globalists and the odious, stupid term, the establishment. But nobody did this to them. They failed themselves. If you spend time in hard scrabble, white upstate New York, or eastern Kentucky, or my own native West Texas, you take an honest look at the welfare dependency, the drug and alcohol addiction, the family anarchy, which is to say, the whelping of human children with all the respect and wisdom of a stray dog. You will come to an awful realization. It wasn't Beijing. It wasn't even Washington, as bad as Washington can be. It wasn't immigrants from Mexico, excessive and problematic as our current immigration levels are. It wasn't any of that. Nothing happened to them. There wasn't some awful disaster. There wasn't a war or a famine or a plague or a foreign occupation. Even the economic changes of the past few decades do very little to explain the dysfunction and negligence and the incomprehensible malice of poor white America. So the gypsum business in Garbutt ain't what it used to be. There's more to life in the 21st century than wallboard and cheap sentimentality about how the man closed the factories down. The truth about these dysfunctional, downscale communities is that they deserve to die. Economically, they are negative assets. Morally, they are indefensible. Forget all your cheap theatrical Bruce Springsteen crap. Forget your sanctimony about struggling Rust Belt factory towns and your conspiracy theories about wily Orientals stealing our jobs. Forget your goddamn gypsum. And if he has a problem with that, forget Ed Burke too. The white American underclass is in a thrall to a vicious, selfish culture whose main products are misery and use heroin needles. Donald Trump's speeches make them feel good. So does Oxycontin. What they need isn't analgesics, literally or politically. They need real opportunity, which means they need real change, which means they need U-Haul. Woo! Damn! Hold on. Oh my God. Oh, listen. Rich white folks done grew beyond poor white folks. They don't even need them no more. So now they coming out in the conservative magazines just, oh my God, I got to drop another one. Oh my God, oh. I could have sworn they was just talking about niggas, but no. Oh. Did you hear that shit? Oh my God. Somebody better comment on that. Hey, that's in Breaking Brown. They pulled this from a magazine called the National Review, a conservative magazine. Oh my God. He said they need real opportunity, which means they need real change, which means they need U-Haul. Oh my God. All right. I mean, it's cool. Hey. Truth hurts sometimes. Do you think that's true? You know what I'm saying? Come on, hit me up. Hey, so now, 614-556-4535 before I get up off the air. Is it anybody that got any shout outs or anything they want to hit before we end today? Oh, I forgot this one. We got to do this one, y'all. All right, let's put some more kids on the research and the hacking challenges like this. Google doubles its bounty for a Chromebook hack to $100,000. So, all right. Excuse me. So what Google's looking for, they're looking for weakness in their own products. So, well, let's just read. Let's read. Check this out. Your kid could make money doing this. You know what I'm saying? I got Cleve on a Chromebook right now. Google doubled the bounty it will pay for a successful exploit of its Chromebook laptop to US $100,000, sweeten the pot in hopes of drawing more attention from security researchers. The larger reward is intended for someone who finds a persistent compromise of a Chromebook in guest mode, according to Google's security blog on Monday. Now, this is my opinion. From guest mode, you can go directly in to settings, and you can go in and you can power wash the whole goddamn computer. That shit don't make no sense to me. For those that don't know what a power wash is, that means that it clears everything on the computer. It don't take shit. I know they ain't gonna give me $100,000 for that, but they might give one of y'all $100,000 for that. You can go straight in, unless they change that shit. You can go straight in and power wash. If that is not a flaw, I don't know what is. All right. Since we introduced the $50,000 reward, we haven't had a successful submission. I don't need to hack your shit if I could just power wash the whole goddamn thing. I could get on as a guest. I could power wash the whole computer. It's done, right? And I got a new Chromebook that I could use as my own. All right. I think that's kind of a hole, but hey. That said, great research deserves great reward, so we're putting up a steady six-figure sum, available all year round with no quotas and no maximum reward pool. In guest mode, Chromebook has its highest defenses up. A guest can download files but can't install apps, even from Google Store. Creating malicious applications is one way attackers can try to install malware on a person's computer. Google has put in place several security measures to make Chromebook more secure. It automatically downloads software updates, runs web pages and applications in sandboxes, and does a verified boot on startup, which will roll back the OS if it has been tampered with by malware. Google describes what is needed for its top reward. The compromise delivered through a web page must persist in guest mode even when Chromebook is rebooted. The company has also added a reward for attacks that can bypass Chrome's safe browsing feature, which flags potential malicious software or malicious URLs. Y'all got that? All right. Your kid can earn some money. You know what I'm saying? They like playing with these computers. Hey, let's put them to work. You know what I'm saying? What you got to lose? You know what I'm saying? And here we go. We got one more. Well, actually, we got two more. Actually, we got three more. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do all these. All right. But I definitely want to do this one. We're going to end the show with this one. All right. Thanks to Jim Crow era law, 1 in 4 African American adults can't vote in Florida. Anybody want to guess what this one is about? Come on. Anybody want to guess what this one is about? Let me help you out. My computer moving slow because it already know what I want to do. There we go. Anybody want to guess what this one is about? That's right. That fuckery. Yep. That fuckery is afoot. Y'all need to get this story. Y'all need to share this story because all of us, especially in the black community, those of you that's well, really, even in the white community, because right now, white folks, rich people, just exposed, they don't give a fuck about none of us. And a lot of us have been funding their richness by going into these prison institutions, into these penitentiaries. We're funding them, right? But hey, we ain't figured that shit out yet, right? But now, in some states, they still got a law back from the Jim Crow era where you can't vote if, listen, you can't vote if you have a felony. So thanks to Jim Crow era law, this shit was made in Jim Crow is affecting black folks, but I know it's affecting more than just black folks. 1 in 4 African American adults can't vote in Florida primary. Almost 6 million people across the United States are prohibited from voting as a result of the state felony disenfranchisement laws that forbids those with a felony conviction to vote. What kind of shit is that? What is it when you go to jail, you're supposed to pay your debt to society, you pay your debt to society, then the shit should be done. Except for super jobs that require super security. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that you should, I don't even think you should be held out of that. If you prove yourself worthy and able to do the job, and you can prove through your work ethic that you have turned around, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like you spying for another country or some shit like that. You did your dirt in America. But anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone, you know, because I know some of y'all gonna disagree with me. You don't want criminals working on our defenses for the country. We already got criminals working on the goddamn defenses for the country. Hell, the whole country was birthed from criminal activity. So how the hell are we holding felons down when this whole country is based on thievery and stealing and shit like that? Come on, man. Rape, murder, and larceny, all that shit. This country was built on that. So how the fuck you gonna hold felons back from, you know what I'm saying, when we have a country based on this fuckery? Come on now. Time out. Intergalactic. It just upgraded from just Euro shit to shit that's reverbing throughout this galactic sector. You know what I'm saying? This shit is ridiculous. We got individuals that go to jail, that they come out of jail, they done paid their thing, and they can't vote. It's bad enough that when they put that they've been in jail, people automatically throw away their applications. They come out, they try to change their life, they try to get a job, and motherfuckers won't let them because they still are stigmatized because they went to prison. You see that, and you see prisoner. You know, you don't want them working around your kids. You don't want them working at your stores. You don't want them. So what we gonna do with them? What we gonna do with them? You know what I'm saying? Prison's supposed to rehabilitate them. That's what I thought. That's what I heard. When you go to prison, it ain't just for punishment, it's for you to be rehabilitated. That's where a lot of y'all get fucked up. I had the same issue in school. I got people sending children to me that want them punished rather than wanting the children to change the behaviors. What we send people to these institutions for is to help them learn how to change the behavior, not necessarily just to punish them. Y'all call them some fuckery for real. You know what I'm saying? You gonna punish an adult? Go sit in the corner, Jimmy. Get your shit together, Jimmy. Then Jimmy come out the corner, supposedly serving his time, but no, we allow all types of fuckery to go on in these institutions. We don't have access to education. We don't have access to life coaching. See, that's where we need to start pouring more stuff back into these adults, right? You know what I'm saying? If they don't want to get it, maybe they don't need to get out. And because they definitely don't need to get out if you're going to stigmatize them and stop them from being able to move to a higher level in their life. But hold on. I'm sorry. Florida has the highest number of disenfranchised voters. Over 10% of adults in the state cannot vote because they have a felony conviction. Literally 1 in 4 black adults is disenfranchised. We speak to Desmond Meade, president of Florida Rights Restoration Coalition. He's also a chair of Floridian for a Fair Democracy. He's an ex-offender who is still disenfranchised. 6 million people in our country can't vote because of felony convictions. If that's not some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? That's some shit. Like, for example, that as Obama's walking out the door, he need to get rid of that shit. I don't know. I know he don't have power within states, but in some form or fashion, on a federal level, that shit needs to be made illegal. I'm just saying. Because if y'all could go to Tim Cook's house and try to arrest his ass about this Apple shit, y'all need to go and try to arrest some of these motherfuckers that's persecuting some of these people that have felonies, that's stopping them from voting. You need to go on and arrest their ass too. You know what I'm saying? You need to go right up to the State House of Florida and arrest that motherfucker sitting up in there. That's sitting up in the State House right now. You need to go and arrest that Congress or whatever they call it. Call it the people that's up in there right now, because that shit is illegal. That shit is wrong. And until we admit that shit, we always gonna have problems. America always want to go around and preach the American way and preach the beauties of democracy. But then we look at the shit that's going on here and right now in our face. right? Right now in our own cities, right now in some of our own homes, you know what I'm saying? The home of the free and the land of the brave, or the land of the brave, home of the, whatever. Goddamn. You know what I'm saying? The fact of the matter is that we have segments of our society that we just want to sweep up under the rug. We take everything from them and we treat them wrong. We restrict all type of rights. And this shit is going on all over America. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I'm like, yo, this is Brother Hatim. I love all of you for listening to me. Thank you for tuning in. With that, I'm out. And I say peace. Remember, you're listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. I am your host, Brother Hatim. This is an empire of your own. And of course, you know this is a 100% production. And you know, we always strive to blow up those old paradigms. Where's my explosion? Where's my explosion? Can somebody tell me, where my... Get this explosion. God. Got this new intern over here, man. He moving the buttons slow, man. All right. This is Brother Hatim, man. And I'm out.
Do you hear that? Is it supposed to sound like this? Mr. Deity, I think it sounds great. Mr. Deity.
For black power, cause all we want is freedom. Throw up a fist for black power, cause all we want is freedom. Throw up a fist for black power, cause all black power, cause all we want is freedom. Throw up a fist for black power.